Everybody ready? Let's talk about it.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Thank you guys so much for tuning back in and coming to check me out today. Those that are my usual subscribers, thank you. Those that are new, welcome. Hope you like what I have to say today. So, today I'm just going to give my opinion on a lot of different topics that's been in the news lately. Instead of doing, individual videos, I'm just going to do one big video. And these are my unpopular opinions. Some of you might not like what I have to say. Some of you might agree with me. And some of you might be in the middle. Either way, these are my opinions. Okay? And we all have one. So let me know in the comments once I'm through how y'all feel about any of the topics that I had to talk about. I hope I could get through all of them. I appreciate y'all watching, and let's go with our first one. First up on the docket is Tasha K and Cardi B. Tasha K and Cardi B, for those of y'all, I'm quite sure everybody know right now, Tasha K is a YouTube blogger, and Cardi B is a hip-hop superstar. Tasha K was saying a whole bunch of stuff about Cardi B that was defaming her that wasn't true. Cardi B told her to take those videos down because Tasha K did several videos of her, and Cardi B asked her to take those videos down. Tasha K decided she wasn't going to. It all started because Cardi B would not go on Tasha K's platform. Okay? So Cardi B done sent her cease and desist, and Tasha K said she'll wipe her butt with that. Fast forward, Cardi B took Tasha K to court, and she won the case of her defaming her. So Tasha K has to pay Cardi B close to $4 million. And Tasha's not hearing it because she doesn't have $4 million, and she's trying everything in her power not to pay her. The deal with me and Tasha K is, Tasha K, just stop already. Just stop. I think Tasha K and Cardi B like each other in a sense because they keep each other relevant. Cardi B will say one thing. Well, in this instance, Cardi B said something to effect of, I shouldn't say anything because this lady is suing me. She talked bad about my family, la-da-dee, la-da-da, la-da-da-da-da. But at the same time, Tasha K didn't have to say anything, This whole thing about she can't pay and she moved to Africa and so forth, it's like old and redundant. It's like, okay, Tasha K, just stop already. I just feel like it's a done deal now. Let it go. Stop feeding into each other. And like I said, I think they do it because when they feed into each other, then the public knows. This is first time this blogger, an unknown name blogger, and a superstar is suing her. So Tasha K made a name for herself. And she gloats over that. But Tasha K, you was wrong. You defamed that lady. She asked you to take it down and you ain't take it down. And now every chance you get, you just keep going at her. It's like tiring now. It's like, oh my gosh, Tasha K, just stop. Find something else to talk about. In addition to that, Cardi B, she pled guilty to an assault charge. And everybody was in an uproar, myself included, because she basically got away scot-free with this. She sent her gang member friends, not allegedly, because she got convicted. She sent her peoples to go to a bar to go assault these two sisters because one of the sisters was sleeping with her husband. Okay, she pled guilty to that. The only kind of repercussion she got off of that was 15 days of community service. And she had to do it between now and, I believe, January of next year. And she admitted to it. she's a gang member. She hired. It's like assault for hire. And she got away basically on probation. I think it sucks. It's sad because people get in trouble for way more. People do way less and get in trouble and get a harsher punishment compared to her. And it's just really, really sad. But when you got money, that's how the cookie crumbles.
Now hold the opinion that Kim Kardashian is a prostitute. And I'm not going to edit this opinion. Kim Kardashian is a prostitute. Her mother is a pimp. Worse than a prostitute, Kim Kardashian is a corpse. She's a body without a soul.
Next on the docket is Ray J, Kim Kardashian, and Kris Kardashian. Kris Kardashian is a straight up pimp. And oh my goodness, this lady is nasty as heck. And they talk about the brown and black community being jacked up parents. She is a messed up woman. How the heck do you watch your child getting it in with her dude? Not only did she watch it, but she went and told her to do it again. So they could pick from which tape could... Oh my goodness. This lady is deranged. I wonder if she keep watching them tapes over and over again. This lady is sick. So, Ray J and Kim, back in the days, Ray J and Kim, they had a tape that made her famous that came out. And it was alleged that Ray J leaked it. Okay? Now, their story, that's how Kim became famous. Ray J was the more famous person because that's Brandy's brother. Kim was dating Ray J and they were intimate, and allegedly he sold the tape. Now, fast forward to present day, Kim, she always said, her mom always said that Ray J sold the tape and so forth. But I could remember back in the days, because other people was doing sex tape, Pamela Anderson and Paris Hilton, and a couple of other people were doing tapes, that was the end thing. But I remember they were saying that you can't leak it without another person's permission. Like, you had to sign, both people had to sign off of it. I'm remembering, I vaguely remember it, but I'm quite sure this came up before, that he couldn't just put it out without the other person's permission. It had to be consent. And like a stranger wouldn't be able to put out your tape either. But anywho, fast forward, and now Kim always said that Ray J leaked it, and she was looking like the poor girl. This man, black man, took advantage of her, and he's exposing her, and so forth, and la da dee, la da da, la da 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 da. So now, in her new episode, she's been talking all this trash, and her son done found her on Roblox, which was a lie. Roblox came out and said ain't no way that could happen. She done got Kanye, the simp that just falls down to her toes because she's so special to him. She got him to go get the tapes from Ray J. Come to find out, Ray J saying that they both signed off on the tape to be released. They both knew, they both sold it. Basically, Kris was in charge, she sold it. They did their tape, which in their own tape. And Kris looked at that. And she was like, do another tape. They did another tape, but that tape was too raunchy. So Kris was like, okay, we're going to go with the first one. Again, she done watched her daughter getting dug out. Wow. Mom of the year, huh? Okay. And she decided to go with the first one that they had, because Kim looked better in that. Kim didn't look like a sleaze, I guess. So they went with that one. They signed contracts and so forth. They wasn't supposed to talk about it. You get $400,000, I get $400,000, and we go on our merry way. They both needed money at the time, so they was like, okay, win-win situation. But again, Kim is a damsel in distress, and this big bully black man done went and made her look horrible. Ray just like, Back then it was cool, I guess, because he didn't have kids. So now he's saying he got kids and he can't have that going. I feel for Ray J to a certain extent. I feel for Ray J in the sense that I understand where he's coming from. We both did this. Me and you made this agreement. We have an agreement. So we have this agreement. And now you trying to make me look even worse. Mind you, Kim got elevated over this. You know, everybody looked like, wow, he dogged you out. But in reality, he got dogged out. And, you know, a lot of stuff that was supposed to be given to him, a lot of work he couldn't take because the stigma against him that, you know, you put this tape out with you and your girl. I feel bad for Ray J a little bit. I feel bad for Ray J in the sense that they played you. You know, y'all signed this agreement, but this is what Kris do. This is what the Kardashians do. She got what she wanted to get. She was the flunky, and now she the it girl. And now you look like the flunky. But at the same time, it's like, dang, they reneged. Because now y'all talking about it and y'all keep running it, and that's not what happened. Come to find out, they wasn't even supposed to talk about the tape at all. Everybody was just supposed to go about their business. I think Kim just want to clean up her act and make herself look like a good girl. And she just want all of this behind her. And Ray J's like, this ain't happening. The reason why I feel bad for Ray J a little bit is because, yes, your kids are going to see that you was a horrible looking dude, because that's how the story is spent. I hope you get your way to clear your name, and I hope more people look into this. But when it comes to the Kardashians, it's like nobody can chop them from the root. Whatever they touch turns gold. You notice nobody talking about this. Only blogs talking about it. You don't hear about it in the news or nothing. But I did hear a couple of white folks talking about it. Bethany Frankel. And they call them, they looking at the Kardashians like they trash. So when white people start talking about white people, then you know it's going to be an issue. So we're going to see if anything comes about it. But yeah, Kris Kardashian is a straight up pimp. Kim is a narcissist. Everybody know. Ray J, you got played. And my opinion is, I want Ray J to put them down. I want him to sue them. I want him to get what he deserved, because they shouldn't have been talking about it and they lied on him. Kris went on what's his name? Corbin show and took a lie detector test from a lying lie detector taker. And it's like, wow, dude, are you kidding me? So yeah, Ray J, go ahead and sue, and I hope you get some ducats. Put it in the bank for your kids. And Kim, you trash. I see she went from, she had a sex tape, and that sex tape catapulted her to becoming a black woman. Okay, everybody was feeling her and all of that. Now she is transforming again to a white woman. And here comes the sex tape situation again. So the sex tape brought you into the limelight. Now, will the sex tape take you out of the limelight? I guess we'll just have to wait and find out. So this next story is about a retired NFL player, Brett Favre. So Brett Favre, this dude here done got $6 million in welfare funds for a volleyball stadium in Mississippi. Okay. Who in the world played? He's a football player, an ex-football player, and he got $6 million for a volleyball stadium. Who plays volleyball like that? Who in the world plays volleyball like that? This dude right here. Mind you, Mississippi, current day, is in a water situation to where they don't even have water. Good water, bad water. They ain't got water like that. Did he take the money? He took that money, that $6 million from welfare money. Did he take that and take the water out of the black folks' mouth? They got people that the PPP loans is going to get a lot of black and brown people in trouble. This dude here done got $6 million in welfare money, and people in Mississippi don't have water. They can't flush toilets. They can't do nothing. And this dude got $6 million. Y'all think that got something to do with it? I think so. I think he should get locked up. Him and everybody in that circle that got him that money and so forth. It's sad because, black and brown people always do wrong. But when it comes to the other skin folk, and I'm not trying to make it a racial thing. What I'm trying to say is this. When it do come to black and brown people, they get pounded on. When it comes to the other race, light and bright race, it's not as harsh. You know what I'm saying? And they do more jacked up stuff. Look at the last story. Kim Kardashian, her mom pimped her out. Her mom pimped her out and made it seem like, she was a victim. Which the mom made her like, yo, what is going on here? This dude right here now, he taking water from people. I don't know if the money is the same money that deal with the water, what have you, but $6 million, you got people that was hungry during the scamdemic. People was going through it. And they didn't know when they was going to eat again. So they did the whole PPP loan stuff. Granted, it was wrong, but that's all they thought. This dude is rich. This dude make money. Why are you still taking money? Which begs me to wonder, do they really have that much funds on their hands? Are they really that rich when they sign these $1 million contracts? Do they really get these millions and millions of dollars? Because why couldn't you just pay for it yourself? You want to take other people's money? You want to scam and get it? Like, I don't understand. Lock him up and lock everybody up in his camp that had anything to do with this. And make him do community service and build that pipeline, whatever you got to do to make them black folks get some more of the water in Mississippi. I don't care. It's sad. Why are you stealing from them? Next on the docket is this. This lady, I don't know what is wrong with this chick right here. But Chrissy Teigen, now, mind you, she said she was pregnant with her third child. And she said she had a miscarriage. Done posted the passed away baby and everything. All that. She had a miscarriage. Now she talking about, she lied. She had an abortion. This chick, like, are you kidding me, really, lady? I think she cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I think she did something else with that baby. Circle rice. I don't know what she did, but why are you telling us this? Why is this our business? You just feel compelled to tell us this? You had an abortion? Are they going to come out with some other abortion type stuff now? Why would you... an abortion is so different than a miscarriage. How can you mix the two up? And why would you lie? Mind you, she said a whole bunch of jacked up stuff about pizza kids and all of that. And now she was basically shunned. And now here she come popping back up. Is this her way of testing the water to see how people feel and if we'll let her back in? Because if it's so, ma'am, go back to where you was. We did not miss you. No one missed you, ma'am. You had an abortion and you lied. Like, are you kidding me? You see how they make it seem like the undesirables, the brown and the black people, are the ones that are jacked up. But she is lying and stuff. Like, come on now. Go back to where you came from, ma'am. All right, so this one here is really, I think y'all might look at me differently. I don't know if anybody's going to agree with me. I know a lot of people going to disagree with me, but just hear me out, okay? P&B Rock. He passed away, and he's a rapper. He went to LA. He posted his location. His girl posted the location. And he had on all these big chains and so forth. And some goons ran up in the restaurant, Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, and, offed him. And everybody was saying the girlfriend shouldn't have posted location. And it came out that he posted location first, and then she posted it. I don't know this man. My son told me about a song. Every Day We Lit. Apparently that's his song, and I heard of the song. But yeah, that's as far as I know about him. What I want to say about this situation is this, and it's not necessarily with them, but everybody has a born day. Everybody has a deceased day, a death day. How you live that dash, because it always says 1953-1978. How you live that dash is up to you. My point is this. People talking about if she want to post the location, he would still be here, so forth. No, y'all wrong. When you're born, before you're even born, God knows when you're going to be born. God knows when you're going to die. We don't know this, but God knows this. It is written. It is written. You have a born day and you have an end date. With that being said, he was going to die on that day regardless of if the location was posted or not. I don't understand why people don't understand that. Everybody has an expiration date. We don't know it, but it's there. Remember back in the days when 50 Cent, he had 9 slugs in him and he made it. It wasn't his time. Everybody has a time. Now, how you live your life and the things you do can determine, like how jacked up that dash gonna be. How you live your life, that's that dash. Everybody, you could either have a cushy, go lucky dash, or you could have a miserable dash, depending on how you live your dash. But everybody has a born date and everybody has an expiration date. No matter if he was at home with his baby mama and the kids, he still would have expired on that day. People expire in their sleep. People expire on the porch. My brother-in-law, my ex-brother-in-law that passed away, his wife came and found him on the couch watching TV and he expired. No matter what you do, you have a born day and you have an expiration date, and people have to accept that. Don't say, oh, he had his whole life ahead of him. You don't know that. God said this is when this person is going to expire. We don't know anything. That's why you have to live every day to your fullest, because you don't know when you're going to expire. Okay? It ain't about posting location. It ain't about, oh, you went that way or what have you. Yes, that's how you expire. But regardless of what you did that day, you were going to expire that day. I have a nephew that expired in Los Angeles. He left New York and went to Los Angeles and he expired there. Regardless if he went to Los Angeles or if he would have stayed in New York, he would have expired. That's just how the cookie crumbles. You know, we just need to accept that, yes. And I don't know, maybe this is why I deal with death a little differently, expirations a little differently, because I understand you have a born day and you have an expiration date, and at any day, any time, you can expire. Don't matter what you do, don't matter if you're a man of the cloth, don't matter none of that. You can just expire. You could be walking down the street and you could expire. It don't matter. Your day, your time, that moment, that's when it comes. That hour, that time, that day. Just like when you have a born day. Some people are born early. Some people will take them a little longer to be born. You have preemies that come 2-3 months early. That's when they were supposed to be here. Everything happens for a reason. This man, that was his expiration date. Just like all the other rappers, all the other celebrities, everybody have that time. And I keep stressing the expiration date because we need to understand we all gonna expire. And when people say, oh, you had your whole life ahead of you, no, not really, because you will tend to expire. We think that they would have had their whole life because that's what we planned for. But no, that's not what God said. God said, I'm taking you here and now. This is it. This is when I'm taking you. And that's just it. I like to say, dang, he was gone too soon. Because I understand I didn't spend enough time with that person. That's why you got to cherish each other and be with each other enough. Love on each other. Care about each other. You know, no riffs, no rafts. Just love and so forth. Because you don't know. Live in the moment. Don't go to bed angry. All of that stuff. Because we don't know. Only God knows when you're going to expire. And that's why you have to live your life the best way you know how. You know, I'm not trying to be offensive or be nasty, but that's just how I look at it. Expiration is going to happen no matter what, where you at. And that's why that dash, how you live your life, you want to be a gangster and be miserable all your life, you could do that. But you're going to inspire either being a gangster, a menace to society, or you could live a long, happy life until you meet your maker. So when people say, he had his whole life ahead of him, or his life was cut short. No, that was his life. Sadly, that's how life is. Why do drunk people live when they crash into cars with other people? The other people expire and they live. That's just how it was meant to be. You know, kids. Some of the kids, they pass before they even develop. That's just how it's supposed to be. And again, I'm not trying to be mean or offensive. I just feel like this man, he expired when he was supposed to expire. Granted, it was in a horrific and horrible way, but he was going to expire that way anyway, that day anyway. Whether he was at home, whether he was at the beach, wherever he was, whether he was pleasuring his wife, which in a lot of people do that. You would think Kevin Samuels, didn't he pass away pleasuring his lady, that girl? When it's your time, it's your time. So yeah, that's my feelings on that. Nicki Minaj versus Molly Green, aka Nosey Heaux Live. Nicki is suing this lady. She's a YouTube personality. And I've watched Nosey. And Nosey is a very negative person. She's really, really negative. She had a girlfriend by the name of Ashley who was autistic, and she would treat Ashley horrible. This is before her page got terminated the first time, right? This person, Nosey here, I believe she has a lot of issues, and she really needs some counseling. And I don't even think at this point counseling could help her. I think she has a problem with being black. I think she has a problem with men. I think she has a problem with how would you say it? With like poor versus rich. She just has a lot of problems. I don't know who hurt her, but she has issues. And it's sad because she's in a pickle right now. So Marley did a whole episode. She did a whole Surviving the Petties, which in Nicki Minaj's husband is Kenneth Petty. And he was convicted of assaulting, taking it from Jennifer Huff, right? So this was back in the days when he was convicted of taking it without permission from Jennifer Huff. Now, fast forward, he did his time, he did what he had to do, and everywhere now he has to register as a taking it person, right? So he gets with Nicki Minaj. Nicki says she knew him from back in the day, and they clicked back up, and now they in love and what have you. So she get with him, and they move to California from New York. And everywhere you move to, you need to register. He didn't register. Jennifer says that he didn't register and he got in trouble for it. They called him out on it, and he had to go back to court and face, the penalties of not registering. Jennifer came out and she said something to the effect of him, Kenneth, and Nicki wanted her to recant her statement so he wouldn't go to jail. Okay. Her story done changed 11 times. Her story flip-flopped and all over, and okay. Nosey was determined and hell-bent to see this through until Kenneth went to trial again for this. Jennifer said that they extorted her and wanted to pay her off to do all of this. So Nosey was into it. Anyway, Jennifer went on, The View? One of them TV shows, and she spilled her guts and so forth. Long story short, they was going back and forth to court, and basically they still in some kind of court drama, but it's not looking good on Jennifer's side because some of the things she's saying is like misconstrued, and the whole thing is not working out the way it's supposed to be. But for like a year and a half, Nosey was ramming the Petties, just on them, grilling them. She had her foot on their neck, on Nicki's neck especially. So Nosey was saying, Nicki went on a podcast one day, and let me let y'all hear this.
Nobody else is saying it. It came from me. If she got a problem with it, you can sue me, and I'm gonna go in court and put up those videos of that cocaine running out your nose. Everybody saw it, and then Nicki addressed it, and she got on live the next day and said that no, it's my allergies, and no, we were cleaning with bleach. She had like 3 different excuses. It was her allergies, it was bleach, and then there was something else. No, Nicki, I know a cokehead when I see one. Whitney was a cokehead. We saw Whitney, but her coke ran out of, it was running out of her nose, and she kept sniffing it back up because, coke is expensive. So when people do that coke, they don't want to let it run out. They want to keep it up there. Now, everybody saw this. She did it twice. The night that she was on with Bia, and the night that she brought Lil Wayne on her Instagram, she had cocaine running out of her nose. We all saw it. and she addressed it. So I want her to sue me and tell me that I didn't see that coke. I'm going to roll that beautiful beam footage in court and let them see that there was cocaine running out that woman's nostrils.
You notice how she's saying this like it's a fact. It's not her opinion or anything, right? She's just blatantly saying it like it's fact. So now you ask and you shall receive. So she got a lawsuit. I think a lot of YouTubers and bloggers and so forth, they get so caught up into the story that they're doing that it becomes personal after a while. Just like with Tasha K, and now we see with her, Nosey. So sometimes you got to learn how to pull back from it so you won't get your feelings so deeply involved. But I don't feel sorry for Nosey because she's very toxic. She's like I said, she has issues. And you ask and you shall receive. So let's see how this goes. Another thing between her and Tasha K, I think Tasha K is a little upset now because her shine is dying down now that this Nosey stuff versus Nikki is plumping up and ramping up. I think Tasha gonna do a lot of foolery, but we'll just see. So last on my list is Haley Bailey playing Ariel, right? A lot of the white folks got upset because now a black girl is playing the Little Mermaid. Let me tell you something. Racism is never going to go away, in my opinion. It's too much invested in it. It's too much money. Now, regardless of what anybody say, Disney going to make their money, okay? Because the black people going to show out for Haley, and they going to make the money. The white people talking about it, guess what? They just bring in more controversy to it with their negativity, so people gonna want to look at it, you know? A lot of the comments they were making was so sad. They had this little girl here under the water eating watermelons, you know, smoking cigarettes. One of them said at least Ariel knew where her dad or lived with her dad, something to that effect, you know. But it's just nasty how they saying it. I feel bad for Ariel because it just not Ariel for Haley because it's like she ain't got nothing to do with this. She got a role. She trying to make her money, and that's just what it is. I understand white people feel like all they ever known was a white Ariel, and how dare you put a black face on this Ariel, right? But let's not play stupid because back in 94, it was said that Julia Roberts was going to play Harriet Tubman. Now, come on. If this would have ever came to fruition, we black folks would have been like losing our minds. Although we don't go and drag them like they'll drag us, and we want to make an app and go through all this publicity, we would just be giving it the side eye and like, yo, this is crazy. But they had this white woman that was going to play Harriet Tubman. How would we feel about that? We wasn't going to be trying to have that. That's just how the white people feel. I just think Hollywood just stir up stuff to get the races going back and forth at each other. That's all it is. They going to make their money regardless. So, yeah. I hate that it happened for Haley because, like I said, this is not her fault. She's just trying to work. But Hollywood do this type of stuff. I'm glad y'all stuck with me to the end. You know, I appreciate y'all listening. Don't do me too bad in the comments. You know, these are just my opinions. This is what I think. And everybody is allowed to have their opinion. But drop down in the comments and let me know how y'all feel. You know, like I said, don't do me too bad. And I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Peace.